Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. So, today, an amazing battle in some of the Russian River Patrol boats at 3.0. The one at hand is the premium MBK Project 186 MK85, and it is even just a touch better than the Tech Tree at the same battle rating. And if you use it correctly, you can do a lot of damage, you can absorb a lot of incoming damage, and you can just make the difference for your team. In particular, the matches are rather short compared to some other battle modes, so also the teams are rather small, so you therefore have a higher chance of getting first place when you're doing well. And I think that is really great for the event to get the extra loot crate. And just a few words here about the event. I don't stress myself with the event. As a content creator, again, I will probably get all the vehicles by Gaijin if I request them. And, I can argue with, I spend so much time with other things, doing videos for Gaijin. So I think from my perspective, it is not as tragic as it could be. Unlike the IS-7 event, where then I was informed afterwards that I should have grinded for the IS-7, so I never got it, which is sad for me as a collector. But this event here at hand, well, let's just say that the overall idea is great, the overall execution is bad, and it is in fact designed and rigged in this way that you, at the end of the day, if you really want to get more than one or two vessels, effectively, as far as I can tell, maybe four, that, well, you get forced into the marketplace and to spend quite a hefty amount of money, real money, to get the parts or whatever you need to complete a vehicle, and the prices are, well, high, let's put it that way, and maybe a bit too high. So I give this event in overall execution at the hands of Gaijin, who would have guessed, a rather low grade. But that's just my opinion. Again, you can let me know in the comment section, give me an update. Many of you have told me that you have given up. Many of you have expressed your, that you guys are really unhappy with it, that you wanted it to be better, but hey. And so, yeah, the event. Who would have guessed that Gaijin makes it a tragedy at the end of the day? And, even the first or the second I-180S vouchers are really, really time consuming, and I don't believe you're any of you that says, or I don't trust the devblog's statement that it would take between 13 and 15 hours, which would have been a lot, but you can't trust it. Little bit here about the gameplay. This is very interesting since I'm in a crossfire of multiple guys, and at the end of the day there was even somebody behind me that shielded me from my own team's vision with smoking up, and so I had no support left. And as good as the MBK Project 186 MK85 is, you still need to use it properly. So the Citadel has some armor, and it is very complicated to explain it in a nutshell, but in essence, you need to angle, and you need to angle just the bow. And very often, if the incoming fire is too hefty, you just have to give up the rear gun in order to bring it to fire, and just angle enough so that you can weather the incoming storm. But overall, the ship is very satisfying. It's rather on the slow side, but it is one of the few ships at this battle rating that has any armor, and in this case, it has meaningful armor. If somebody shoots at you with a 3-inch gun or bigger AP on your Citadel, you're done. If a plane suicide runs you, then you're done. If you get into a crossfire, especially with 40mm, you're done. But in so many other cases, you just can absorb an incoming hailstorm like you wouldn't believe. And I think that a lot of people don't know how to deal with this thing. A lot of people are also not aware that this is a thing, although after the few days that I Sealclubbed the hell out of enemy teams, because this is actually promoted by Gaijin, because it doesn't really matter if you win or lose in the event. To just come back to this, it just counts first place, and there you can see that people are dragging out the match just in order to get more points to secure first place, and many things I have seen go this way. So not really the best thing here, and I think that Gaijin has done here correctly to award here first place for the team. But additionally, on top of this, they should have awarded the win. So you fight for this, and the one on the winning team should get an extra loot crate, and additionally the first one an extra loot crate, so that at the end of the day you get for a 20-minute battles as first place on the winning team 4 loot crates, and that would have significantly improved my income, but also of many others that then had a lucky battle, and they should feel the award, they should feel the progress, and with the current system it's just a tragedy. So I have multiple screenshots of first places, and I also earned a lot, and I mean a lot, of silver lines with this ship. And I think this is great to combine here the real grind in War Thunder with also fulfilling the event. And I think I've learned by the few battles that I played, additionally, quite a lot. Let me just run you through my statistics in order to just get a hint of what I mean by this dominance. And very often I was just left with nothing to shoot at. So I played 159 battles. I won 68% of them, and I respawned 202 times, so I respawned quite a few times. I died 157 times, so that means I survived quite a few battles. I shot down 87 planes, and I killed ships on the magnitude of 804 kills. So you can play around with the numbers that you like, but this is an absolute beast. This just can dominate an entire flank or the center section, and it needs planes to really wipe it out if you are in a good position where you deny the enemy team the crossfire, where the enemy team is coming at you one at a time. The battle is not the one that is the most successful or the most flawlessly played. In fact, I showed you how I died for the first time. I showed you, I will show you also the second death, because how you can overdo it with the ship, but I still show you that I am directly at the front line. I am attracting the fire, and I also deal the heavy punishment towards the enemy with the 285mm guns. Then also the secondaries, if you will, are really great, the 37mm and also the 2 heavy machine gun turrets. They also are really cool versus aircraft, and that is, well, it is also very satisfying to have armor on the turrets, so you keep your firepower. And after the initial damage of the bow and the stern, you rarely catch fire, so you're not really in this repair cycle punishment that you experience in other ships. And I think for many reasons, even more than I can talk here about, this is one hell of a ship. Just let me tell you that the tech tree version is, in overall performance and overall statistics, very similar to it. There are just a few details that, in my opinion, make it even better, the premium one, that is, than the tech tree version. And the tech tree version has repair cost of 20,000 silver lines for a battle rating 3.0. So yeah, Gaijin again on it, you know, with trying to balance stuff with repair costs. On the other hand, you then have this premium vessel that has premium income and only costs a quarter of this in repair costs. So you can see why I spam it out. And again, thanks to the amount of golden eagles that I get per month from Gaijin, at my request of course, I can also allow here to get extravagant and to just spam here then also backups, you know. I this is the first time that I bought backups, and it's fucking disgusting, man. What you can do with this thing, very reliable, battle after battle. I gunned down destroyers, I dominated entire teams, and yeah, there were matches where I was not really that great with the kill to death ratio, but that then had to do that I had like 10 kill assists, and that also is a nice additional award and silver line bonus. I had many battles with 100 to 130, 140, at max 160,000 silver lines without a silver line booster. Now this is praising this thing very nicely, and it is in fact really strong, and I stand by the word. Here you can see already double ace, which is really fantastic. It is fantastic. But in terms of balance, in terms of what the enemy patrol boats that just want to happily grind their way to the destroyers and eventually cruisers have to endure the bitch slapping that I serve them, no, this is again one hell of a dedicated low tier silverline farming machine and seal clubbing machine. And things like these shouldn't be there. And once then, and this is very important, once the mix of nations gets disabled, oh, wasn't that beautiful? A direct 85mm gun hit, and he still can drop the fucking bombs. Yeah, this is, you see, no matter how good you are, planes just shit on you. And the only game mode where planes really should be at this point is RRB. They just ruin too much. They just ruin too much. Yeah, there is the radar-guided SPA at higher battle ratings, but you need to have one on your team in the first place, and you need to be at top tier, and every other SPA is more like gun food than a real threat. But that's just my opinion. Okay, let's now go into there with the, well, tech tree version. It has a little bit of a different shape on the turrets, and the turrets might have even more armor, which is great. They're like T-34-85 turrets. But you can see on the rear turret, where now the 37mm is turning above this toolbox, that this toolbox is preventing the rear gun to have the same firing angles as on the premium version, because on the premium version the gun barrel goes through the toolbox, on the Tech 2 version not. And this allows you with the Tech 2 version to stay angled while also delivering the fire of two 85mm guns. So you can see the rear turret barrel is a bit lifted up, and this denies you to shoot at the enemy. Just a little detail that I just noticed here with naval forces. So what we have is a pay-to-win vehicle that just allows you to get the maximum out of the event, which is ridiculously broken, rigged, and just effectively, without the marketplace, you're effectively only ever able to get 1, 2, maybe if you're a real life, 3 of the vehicles that you desire. And I know, you know, Gaijin has made a lot of very interesting vehicles there. If you look at the HMS Tiger, for me as a naval battle enthusiast, despite all what Gaijin has failed with it, absolutely desirable. And first British 5.7 cruiser, but with no premium bonus. And then there's the Merkava, and the Merkava, you know, it has just this name. A lot of people want it, and therefore also the hefty prices then on the marketplace. And the Versuchs Flakkampfwagen, the VFW, is also really nice to have, you know. Long 88 at that battle rating with that reload, and then also the very unique ability at the moment to, at the start, open or close, or you know, with the module asking for the closed or the open version of the vehicle. So we are very happy in the cleanup phase right now, and we need just secure the middle capture point. And again, I have to get there. So this is now the cleanup phase of this match. I have dominated here a lot, and I did a lot of action, so yeah, I just have here first place secured. Before we go into the results, again, I'm sorry about my voice, but I'm sick. Also, the allergies are now really going wild, since the weather is very warm and all the plants have practically exploded and like, let's reproduce. Yeah, despite as a little boy being having grown up in the dirt with animals and etc., I'm still allergic to so much stuff, and that is just sad. That is just sad. And allergies, they just suck out the power out of you. They just suck out any sort of activity or will to have certain activities, like going fishing or going outside in the first place, and you just want to lay in bed. But then you have work, then you have YouTube videos to do to satisfy your 19,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'm sorry that there was no video yesterday, but you know, again, it's Easter, a birthday of my friend, then some other activities like fishing and etc., and I just don't have the time to throw at War Thunder, and that time that I threw at War Thunder is even more than most persons, I guess, play here in the first place on average. The thing is this: I still think that this event could have been great. This event could have been great. But Gaijin really just didn't make it that way that it is fun. And that is kind of sad. I still played to the very end, and let's see what kind of results we got here. 145,000 silver lines and 12,500 modification research points would have been higher if I would have researched anything for 11 kills and 5 air kills and 6 assists on this. So yeah, that was one hell of a ship battle. That was one hell of a match. That was one hell of a result. And it is extremely easy, in my opinion, to get even half the result on average. And so I highly recommend this vessel if you just want to have some dirty fun. Do I recommend your seal clubbing? No. But if I would have to recommend a premium in order to gain some silver lines, to have some reliable battles, and to really learn the traits of angling, and to focus the heaviest opponent first or the greatest threat, and then just be in the middle of the fight, but not overextend, this is, I think, the greatest teacher. And you won't bleed silver lines like with the other Russian river patrol boats that have armor and 85mm guns or 76mm guns. So there are so many additional benefits to this vehicle, and yes, I am advertising it. Buy it if you will. I think this is one of the best that there is. So again, sorry for my voice, sorry for the lack of video content lately. I tried my best, but this is all that I could do. And I hope you enjoyed also the result screens. That's at least the ones that I managed to capture or to remember to make a screenshot of, so there would be many more. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please let me know in the comment section what you think about the event after we are well in it, or it is like middle time, if you will. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if it is, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies, on the battlefields, and on the waves of War Thunder.